Friday night, the 22nd of February, and here's what I'm going to tell every one of you that are watching tonight, watching tonight's Solavei Social. We have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people. They got the statistics and all the analytics back of what's been happening in the course of the last 5 days. This is our 5th Solavei Social in a row this week. And here's what has happened across the country. We have had record-breaking day upon record-breaking day every single day this week, the very best days of enrollment across the country in Solavei. And you know who's done that? It's you. It's Solavei Socials across the country right now, where it's happening in Starbucks, in restaurants, in police stations, in fire stations, in homes and offices all across the country, where everyone is collectively together, where some with 2 or 3 people to you're going to see some tonight that's actually got 20 and 30 people. I was brought in to one the other night right after our broadcast that had over 100 people in the restaurant. This is happening across the country right now, and it's all because of the company Solavei, and more importantly, it's all because of you, the members of Solavei, who are excited about what we're doing, and frankly is excited about the moniker that we have, which is we're powered by relationships, and we're all focused on positively impacting millions of people's lives throughout this country. And so tonight, we actually have several of the Solavei Socials that are here with us live tonight, and I'm really excited to be able to introduce them to you because there's some incredible stories that are with them. So Javier, where are you right now? My goodness, how many people do you have there right now, Javier?
40 people.
About 23? We can't hear you.
40 people.
Yes. Wow. So Javier, where are you? Where are you located right now?
We are in New Jersey, Union City, New Jersey.
You're in New Jersey right now. Well, I got to tell you, I love the way your place looks. It looks like it's Solavei orange, Solavei purple, and there's a lot of Solavei people in that room tonight, and we're excited to have you. Exciting. And some dear friends, I see them right now in Nashville, Tennessee, Danny and Jillian Chambers. I see you guys there right now in your home, and it's so good to have you. And then let's go on over. So, Carlos, where are you located right now?
We're in Canton, Georgia, which is about 30 miles north of Atlanta.
Oh, that is exciting. Now, I see you have a room full of people. What about, is that about 10 people in the room there?
No, we have about 29 people here in the room.
Oh my goodness, that is
They're
so
like
awesome.
wrapping around.
If you don't mind, maybe Carlos, introduce me to the couple of people that you have there with you right now.
To my right, you see Jan West, which is one of my leaders, and to my left, you'll see Jason Reeves, who's also one of my leaders.
That is great. Now, I understand there's some birthdays that are taking place here tonight.
Woo, the 3 of us.
Happy birthday, guys.
We have it.
Oh, I love the cake. I love the cake. That is awesome. And what I understand is that actually went through brand compliance today and got brand approval.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah, we went through the...
I hope you don't mind. It's Friday night, and I've been doing this all week long, and there's so many things that I just want to tell you tonight, and here's something that's really funny. Is I found out today that we have, as I told you, thousands upon thousands of these going on across the country right now. But here's what's really funny: we have over 420 homes or restaurants, whatever, that have actually seen it every single night. This has actually become like a sitcom every single night this week. So it's really funny. There's been so many incredible stories. It's been coming in that people have been sharing Solavei with their friends and their family, and frankly, the vision of this company that is sweeping the nation right now is really being embodied by all of our Solavei members across the country, and now so many new Solavei members across the United States. And as you think about this being Friday night, there's a really special story, and that's actually right in front of all your screens right now. And it's really neat when you think about the power of what we're doing. I'm going to get into the vision of the company, and so those of you who are there, and I know that Javier and you, Carlos, you actually have people there with you tonight that are seeing Solavei for the very first time, and and some of you, Alan, I think Nadia, that's there with you. tonight and many others that you have that are seeing Solavei for the first time, I'm actually going to use you as some of the surrogate for all the thousands of individuals across the country tonight that are hearing about the vision of Solavei for the very first time. So we'll get into that in just a second. So please allow me to just take the next few minutes just to tell you about something that's really, really cool. So Carlos, who's right there in front of you, he was actually on a plane, and why Danny and Jill are on the screen tonight because they're a part of this story. So, and please forgive me if I get any of the details wrong, but I've heard it now twice, and it just each time just captivated me. So Carlos is on the plane with Danny. Danny tells him about Solavei, this incredible company, this revolutionary social commerce company, mobile services for $49 a month, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. He ends up telling Carlos about it, who you see right there in front of you. Carlos embraces the vision for himself, goes home, becomes a Solavei member, and then not only does he get excited about that, because of the relationship that he had formed right there on the plane. Danny happens to be a pastor of a church in Nashville, Tennessee, a great big church in Nashville, Tennessee. Carlos flies out to actually visit them because they had created a relationship while they're there on the plane. Now, he comes out, and he happens to meet this beautiful, beautiful woman. What's her name, Carlos?
Danielle, and look how beautiful she is. Come here.
Danielle, where are you?
Right here.
Yes, you are. He happens to meet Danielle while he's there visiting Danny and Jill's church in Nashville, Tennessee. Let me tell you what happens. The two of them connect. So not only is he connected via the phone through Solavei personally, but he's now connected via the phone with Danielle, and the two of them have just recently gotten engaged to be married. And so I hope I said that right. I didn't spoil it if it's not official and everybody knows yet. So anyway, I heard the story and it just captivated me because when I had the vision for this company was all about positively impacting people's lives and doing things different and being powered by relationships. I don't think there's a better representation of what Solavei is doing right now than that story right now. And Carlos, Danielle, thank you so much for one, opening up the home and allowing me to tell the story. And Danny, thank you so much for loving this brand so much that no matter where you go, you want to tell people about it and look at the impact that Solavei is having. And so it's not just about mobile service, it's actually about mobile dating now, I guess. So, so anyway, we're gonna have fun tonight here in the course of the next 30, 40 minutes. And so let me go ahead and just jump right in if you don't mind. So it's been such a great week and just love seeing everything that's happening across the country right now. But maybe if I can do something, I'll just step back a bit for those of you who are seeing this for the first time and don't know my background or where I come from. And I've been in the technology and telecommunications industry for almost 2 decades now. I've had 3 successful exits. My last company I actually founded in 2001. I grew it after raising hundreds of millions of dollars in capital and creating one of the global leaders in mobile data services and solutions. Taking the company public in 2010 and growing it to about a $1.2 billion valued company. I left that company in 2011 in the summertime and really believed the next thing, the biggest thing of my life was right in front of me. And I ended up taking some time and really thinking about what I wanted to do next. Here's what happened. I made a decision that what I did next, I wanted to do it not just based on money and not just based on what was a personal interest of mine, but really what was based on the values that I had. And founded Solavei really on 5 core values, and I'll give you 2 of them right now because I think it's really important for you to know why this company people are so passionate about it throughout the United States. Value number 1, I said, I want to do business with people I like, love, and trust. And hopefully you can get that feeling even here in the short moments that we have together tonight that you can feel that. Number 2, I said, I want to be a part of a company that can positively impact millions of people's lives around the world. And those are the 2 key values of the company. And where I was in October 2011 is really analyzing a lot of the core trends that were taking place across the United States and frankly around the world. four trends that were really moving large industries and large companies. And one of the first trends that I recognized happening in October of 2011 was this: the economy. Worst conditions since the Great Depression. You look at today, 50% of the population of the United States makes less than $45,000 a year. You think about that for a second, and where approximately 160 million people are today is making less than $45,000. The economy is in the worst condition since the Great Depression. Yet, what's interesting is some companies have actually created very large companies based on where the economy is today, and one of those companies is Groupon. Groupon, a company that has brought through technology a way for you to be able to share savings and value with things that you like. They created a multi-billion-dollar company, and the behavior they leverage for the consumers, all of us today, we love to save money. No matter how much money you have or how little you have, it's an innate instinct we have to save what we got. The second trend that I saw was a trend of social media, and I think all of us will agree here tonight. We're somewhat connected through it, even with what we're doing through this Google Hangout tonight. Social media has changed the way we act, the way we interact, the way we take in information, and the way we share information. Who would have thought that you now go online and you have an account and you have literally hundreds and hundreds of friends. Some of you have thousands and thousands of friends associated with this social media environment. We saw Facebook and what they did, and the behavior they leveraged was individuals wanting to be connected in a natural sharing environment. The third trend I saw back in the fall of 2011 was that of mobile. I've been in that industry for quite some time now, and here's what I saw. So I saw there's 300 million mobile phone users in the United States, 5 billion around the world, soon to be 6 billion around the world. It's a $169 billion industry today. It's become a DNA imprint of who we are. None of us want to leave home in the morning without our mobile phone. You think of the companies like AT&T and Verizon that built very large multi-billion-dollar companies just because we had a human behavior, consumer behavior, of wanting to communicate with each other. The fourth trend that I saw was the trend of social sharing. And what I mean by that is all of us have experienced here in the last couple of years affiliate marketing, referral marketing, companies like Groupon and Amazon and companies of the like. Companies like Avon and Mary Kay, multi-billion-dollar companies that through a natural sharing environment, individuals were able to get their goods and services. Here's some of the interesting data that I've seen recently. Nielsen recently came out with some data saying that 47% of people today trust mass market advertising and media, so radio, television, and print. Yet 97% of people actually trust when their friend recommends them to something, whether it's a restaurant or it's good or it's a service. We're actually more likely to buy something when we hear it from a friend. What is the behavior some of those companies are leveraging that are involved with social sharing and social selling? Is individuals having an opportunity to earn income. And here's what happened. I took in the fall of 2011, and I saw all four of those trends actually converging and actually creating the opportunity that all of us today across the United States actually call Solavei. And each one of you that are part of this tonight, each one of you that are members, each one of you are watching this tonight, and you happen to be seeing it for the first time, we're at the beginning of what we're calling the social commerce revolution, where these four trends are converging, and we've put ourselves right in the middle of it. And here's what we did. We actually took those four primary behaviors. First behavior of our members being able to pay less for goods and services. Number two, pay less for goods and services that you use every single day. It's already a share of your wallet. It's already part of your monthly budget. It's not something you're having to come out of your pocket for because it's an extra item. The third thing we built, third behavior we built into the social commerce platform is that of our members being able to connect it in a natural sharing environment through community. And the fourth thing is enabling all of our members, when they like something, they have value in something, they share it with someone, they can actually earn income from that. The mission of our company is this. We're making commerce less expensive for our members. And if you think about when you go to Costco today, you think about the two founders of that company. I use this as an example all the time. In fact, I just came out of a very large meeting talking about this here in downtown Seattle, where we are tonight. Costco was actually founded here in the Seattle area by Jim Sinegal and Jeff Brotman. And their principle and their philosophy was this: we're going to use these millions of members that we have, and we're going to use those millions of members to drive price down on goods and services providers. And then we're going to pass along all those savings to our members. Well, we're using that same philosophy here in Solavei. Take this collective force of today, hundreds of thousands, soon to be millions of members to drive down price in the primary goods and services, but take it one step further and make it profitable for our members. What I mean by that is we're taking the billions of dollars in advertising that's already being paid every single day and moving it to the greatest advertising vehicle in the world that we know, which happens to be people, you and I. And we believe becoming the very first company to fully leverage a social graph, social media companies, to fully create recurring, mutually beneficial, P2P, person-to-person economic relationships. And that's one of the reasons why Solavei is sweeping across this country. And the first place we started was out of mobile. You think about your monthly budget. Every person that's watching tonight, I can almost guarantee you, has a mobile phone, and it's a part of your monthly budget. What's interesting, though, is over 80% of the United States is paying more than $50 a month for it. If you think about the iPhone users, 26 million iPhone users pay more than $100 a month for their iPhones. You know, you see over 6 million paying over $200 for their iPhones. You can think about your own monthly budget. It's something that's there. And here's what we believe why mobile was the right place to start first. First of all, 300 million mobile phone users in the United States. You realize just 1% is 3 million people. 1/3 of 1% happens to be 1 million people. Again, 1/3 of 1% of the mobile phone used in the United States is 1 million people. Now, if you have 1 million of anything, you create a tremendous amount of leverage and a tremendous amount of benefit and a tremendous amount of power in what you do. Now, why we started with mobile as well is because of this. It creates two things. One, an economic conduit and a communication conduit with everything that we're doing. And why that's important is because here we have something you're already paying for as a consumer. You now have something in your hand, which is a communication conduit, which allows us as a company that when we want to now offer cable and energy and retail and financial services, the communication conduit and the economic conduit is there for our members to actually be the ones to benefit. Imagine if you were at the very beginning of Facebook when Mark Zuckerberg pushed the enter button. Imagine if you were the ones actually as one of the founding shareholders of Walmart or Costco. That is the environment we're creating today, or even better yet, even in Amazon, where Amazon started as a book company. But what did they really start as was a distribution company that happened to have books. Now you can buy almost anything there. In fact, 90% of our groceries at home come from Amazon Fresh because it gets delivered right to our front door. And that is the environment we have created with our members where today, for $49 a month, unlimited, text, data, voice, 4G nationwide, on one of the most incredible networks in the country, that of T-Mobile's, our members are able to fully benefit and create a platform and a foundation for incredible growth in the future. That's why we started with wireless first. And just to give you just a quick snapshot of what this means from a competitive standpoint, when you're naturally wanting to share it with other people, $49 a month. You look at the other companies that are providing that same type of price, 4G nationwide, 4 gig, unlimited mobile data services, as well as text, as well as voice. If you go down to the data line and you see there about how much more you get, so it's not even a like for like because there's so much more you get with Solavei, but what no one delivers and what no one gives is where you, just by sharing it with other people, you actually, for every 3 members that enroll with Solavei, because they too want $49 a month, 3 people, which we call a trio, you're going to get paid $20 a month every single month, all because you're the voice and you're the ones who's helping share Solavei. So we create something that we believe is actually very simple. It's not hard to talk about. In fact, my son, who's an 8-year-old, I say an 8-year-old can do this business. And when little Brennan, he has a couple questions he asks. He says, number one, when we ask somebody, he says, do you have a phone? Well, everyone says yes. He said, how much do you pay? The person almost always says more than $60 or $70. Who's your mobile services provider? Then he asks the question, how would you like to get that for $49 a month, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide? Or better yet, how would you like it for free? The 5th thing he asks is this: do you mind if I send you a 2-minute video so you can see why this company, Solavei, in just the last few months, over 100,000 people across the United States have all said they wanted to take part in as well. The person says, of course. Then he asks the final question, which is always the most important, is what's your email address? We made it that simple. We've combined social media, mobile, and social sharing to truly redefine commerce today in the marketplace. And it's this simple. One, it's mobile services, $49. We've now taken and actually built this on top of the social graph. The very companies that you're already involved with daily, from Pinterest to Facebook to Google Plus to Twitter, to where now we've taken our platform, built this platform for you. So this is you. This is all about you. This is about your platform where you're actually connecting the mobile service and the other goods and services that Solavei will have with the social graph and all the friends you're already connected to introduce Solavei to them, to give them incredible value, incredible benefit. But what happens that's so amazing with Solavei is you're the one who gets rewarded for it. For each person that you share and each person that enrolls with Solavei for themselves. And so how's it worked? And for all of you who are there tonight, whether it's you, Alan, or Nadia, who are seeing this tonight, or for so many of you across the country that are seeing this as Solavei for the very first time, we began on September 21st. And it's so incredibly humbling to see what has happened in such a short period of time. In 5 months' time, grow to over 130,000 social members across the country, all involved with Solavei. And if that doesn't cause you to clap and to scream and to shout, because that all started with a few people who took hold of this vision, and it has naturally just expanded across the country because of what's happened. So how does it work? What does it mean? Let's say tonight I go on Facebook and I'm a new Solavei member. I do a simple little post in one of the social graphics of Solavei where you put it on Facebook or you tweet it, where it says $49 a month unlimited, text, data, voice, 4G nationwide, or better yet, even free. You might say as a response, $49, or how do you actually get it for free? I've not seen the company, or I've not seen the name Solavei before, and that's when you were able to respond with, well, you probably won't, because you're not going to see them in bricks and mortar, but it's spreading across the country by leaps and bounds. You're seeing some of the leading magazines and leading papers writing about it because of what's happening across the country, because Solavei made a decision, instead of spending $12 billion of advertising, sales and marketing like the 4 top mobile operators have, where you see AT&T advertising for American Idol or for the Super Bowl, Solavei made a decision that they're actually going to take those same billions of dollars and pay the greatest advertising vehicle in the world known to man today, which is people. When they like something, they share it. And if 6 individuals happen to enroll in Solavei because of you, Solavei is going to immediately put $100 directly in your bank account. On top of that, you're going to be making $40 a month every single month. So that $49 phone bill, unlimited, which is already by itself an incredible value, is now only costing you $9 a month, plus a nice little bonus to be able to take out your good friends wherever you want to take them, obviously creating a high degree of interest. What's great, though, is we've done this in such a way to where we created a natural sharing environment. And we built everything around community, to where when you're involved, you're able to see everything that's happening inside of Solavei. At the same time, if you want to, you can see everything that's happening in your network, your friends who you happen to introduce, and how it's actually naturally grown. And I'll use the example, and if you don't mind, Alex, I believe you're there as well tonight seeing this for the very first time. Imagine if you happen to be introduced tonight to Solavei, and you leave being enrolled and activated using mobile service for $49 a month, which is probably better than what you're spending right now. You go and tell a couple friends about it through our outreach management system, and ends up where maybe, let's say, 6 of your friends happen to enroll with Solavei as well over the course of the next month. So it's great that you're making $100 immediately fast action bonus. You're making $40 a month because of this. But here's what's so wonderful about the dashboard experience that we created. Is we made it where you are able to see and track every single day, all day long, and see how that network is growing. Here's why I love this more than Angry Birds, is because when you go back and you see how your network's growing, the 6 people you introduced it to, that they happen to do the same thing that you did, they introduced it to their friends, you see that network growing, and as you go throughout the day, and you can, no matter who you talk to that's with Solavei, and that's a part of this, and is already seeing the incredible network growth that's happening, it's continually a habit pattern that people have in going into their dashboard to see how their network is naturally growing, because when it's growing here, what's different than Angry Birds? Angry Birds doesn't pay you. Solavei does. And you gotta love that for all of you across the country who are part of Solavei. We built in a notification engine, and I love this because this always really speaks to me when you think about that personal gratification of once you introduce somebody to something and they like it and they find benefit from it, it makes you feel good. So we built in a notification engine. So let's say that Alex, you introduced it to a couple of your good friends. One happened to be named Amy Carney. You were at lunchtime sitting there having lunch with another friend, and a little notification popped up in the middle of your phone that said Amy Carney just got 6, which means your friend that you introduced it to herself had enrolled 6 people, which means she was going to get $100, and she's going to be making $40 a month. And you feel good that you were the one who introduced it to her. So you sent the send congrats button, just hit it right there on your phone. It immediately launches a message directly into the Solavei feed, the community, congratulating Amy and congratulating her for making $100 for using her phone. But at the same time it goes there, it also goes into Facebook. It also goes into Twitter. It also goes into the entire social graph, to where you're now seeing on Facebook, a message says, congratulations, Amy, for making $100 for using your phone. Within the next 10 minutes, about 11 of your friends say, how in the world did you make $100 for using your phone? And this is where you're able to immediately go into the outreach manager of Solavei, and very easily, by putting in an email, putting in a Facebook ID, and be able to actually send them one of the very professionally done social commercials, which we just love, 6-minute, 2-minute, 1-minute commercials, social graphics, and telling them all about Solavei for you. And a way for you can track every single time you send something out to someone, you're able to see exactly what they're doing and how they're doing it, when they opened up an email, when they watched a video, so you can know those individuals that are closest to you that are interested in Solavei for themselves. And if you think about an AT&T store, or you think about a Verizon store, what is that? It's a storefront where people go in and they actually get their mobile services. We've done the same thing for you. And here's what's amazing. Do you realize there's several thousand AT&T stores across the country, several thousand Sprint stores, several thousand Verizon stores? Do you realize we have over 130,000 members today, social members with Solavei, that are all individual stores? We actually have more than any of those companies combined, because each and every one of our members, we have actually created a facility to where when you enroll with Solavei, we create their own experience for you. That every time somebody goes and they click on a little enrollment link, and it might be www.solavei.com/Alex, and whatever your last name is. When somebody clicks on that, it's going to go directly to your experience, and when they enroll, you actually get rewarded for it, and you're the one getting the benefit. When one of our members actually gets involved with Solavei, we believe in wrapping our arms around them, because again, we're powered by relationships, and we want this to be a company that's here for decades, multi-generational company, and that members believe in what we're doing, and members are about each other. And so we welcome all of our members into the community of Solavei, something that I can almost guarantee you that AT&T, Verizon, and Sprint are making you feel like. But when you get involved with Solavei, we not only welcome you here, but you're going to get your SIM card. And you're going to get it one of two ways. You're going to get it either by enrolling online by yourself, and we're going to send you a SIM card with a welcome package and everything you need to know to get started. Put it in your phone. Like I today carry an iPhone 5. Absolutely love it, blazing fast speeds, and only paying $49 and not the $130 a month that I was paying before. All I do is take the one SIM card out, put the new SIM card in, the Solavei SIM card, and now I'm a part of Solavei and getting all the benefits associated with it. The other way you can do it is, if you're with somebody that's part of Solavei, most likely they're actually carrying a stack of Solavei SIM cards, and where they right on the spot can actually activate you and have you involved and engaged with Solavei right where you are. Also, what you're going to experience is within 1 week you're going to receive your Solavei Bank of America Visa debit card, which has become affectionately known as the Solavei Purple Pay Card. And this is, I love this more than anything because it's also part of the core vision of this company, where we're really building our own economy. Because if you think about what's happened at this point in just the last few months, and today was payday across the country with Solavei, I love seeing all the posts on Facebook and all the tweets that's happened. By the way, tonight, if you got your phone, make sure you're going to your Twitter and you're tweeting, hashtag Solavei Socials, and tell us what's up, or going to Solavei Socials at solavei.com and sending us a picture. Definitely Javier, you guys, and Carlos, I'm going to send pictures of everything that's happened there tonight. Post them tonight on Facebook. It's so exciting to see those. But what I love today is seeing all the stories of Solavei members that were getting $20 and $60 and $100 and $200 and $1,000 deposited on pay cards today across this country, but over $5.5 million we've paid to Solavei members just in the last few months for doing what they do naturally every day, and that's using their mobile phone. And draw a little picture of this and how this works is you may have, Alex, you may have gotten involved with Solavei just because of the $49 unlimited service. You shared it with 6 of your friends. You maybe since that time have done nothing but use your mobile phone like I did for almost 20 years with AT&T. Here's the difference. Those 6 people probably did exactly what you did, told other people about it. Your network grew to, let's say, 80 people over a couple month period, and here's what we're going to do is every 2 weeks, we're going to deposit directly in your Solavei Visa debit card your earnings. Let's say that you right now, you're using it and getting money out of an ATM, or you're using it at a restaurant, wherever Visa is accepted, you're writing a check on it. Or it's built up and maybe you got $256. Well, here's the next stage of this. Remember I told you about this is the foundation for many things in the future? Well, we just announced about a month ago Solavei Retail will be going live in the month of June. This is where we are doing relationships with some of the leading merchants, goods and services provider across the country, where they're going to be paying 2 to 12% on every single dollar that our Solavei members actually purchase there. The things you do and buy already, where those brands are going to be paying, because again, they're already paying billions of dollars in advertising trying to get consumers, and they just love the thought about Solavei members being directed to go and buy with them. Well, 2 to 12% is going to go of every single purchase that our Solavei members are making with them with their Solavei Visa debit card. 50 cents of every single dollar is going to be put back into the compensation plan for all of our Solavei members. And I got to tell you, that makes everybody incredibly happy that's a part of Solavei. So we get to this part, and I always love asking this question. It's something I've always asked since the very beginning when I had the vision for this company, is how many people do you think you'd tell about Solavei, and in 60 days, how many people do you think would themselves also want to spend $49 a month, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide instead of what they're paying? More importantly, be able to be tapped into what I believe is going to continue to be one of the fastest growing companies throughout the world. Let's just say it was 3 people. If you just introduce Solavei to 3 people, Solavei is going to put $50 directly in your bank account. And on top of that, you're going to get paid $20 a month, which means your mobile phone service is not only costing you $29 a month. If it happens to be 6, and again, we put all the tools in your hand to make it very easy for you to do this and sharing it with others. We're getting people into Solavei Social, just like you're watching tonight. We're going to put $100 into your bank account. You're going to make $40 a month. So now that $49 phone bill is only costing you $9. If you happen to enroll 9 people in your first 60 days, this is something we call free. You're actually getting free mobile service. On top of that, we've put $150 directly into your bank account. Now, if 3 people that you enroll happen to do half of what you did and just enroll 3, you're going to be making $170 a month. When we think about the principle of this, is there's 300 million people in this country carrying mobile phones. 1% is 3 million. How big is the opportunity? How many people of the 80+% that are spending more than $50 a month, 240 million, are waiting for you to share Solavei with them? Now, if 6 of your friends happen to enroll 3, you're now very naturally going to be making $280 a month every single month, and all you're doing is using your phone. A little different, though, than how you used your phone before. So there's nothing like hearing some of the great stories that's happened around the country. I told you the one earlier, obviously, about Carlos, and he got so much more than just a great mobile phone service and $49 a month. He's actually got what I think is going to affect him for the rest of his life. But Javier, are you there right now? Are you still there?
Yes. Yes.
Javier, thank you. I always love seeing you. So if you wouldn't mind, Javier, tell us just real quickly what's happened to you since you got introduced to Solavei.
Since I got the opportunity when James invited me to Solavei, it really changed my life, because it gave me the opportunity to find a vehicle to find my financial freedom and to help my community and my family.
That's so exciting. So Javier, do you have someone? I love that. Javier, I just love your story. But do you as well have someone else there that has been personally affected because of Solavei?
Yes, we have here my partner. She's a social connector 3. Her name is Marise. She's going to speak in Spanish and I will translate.
I would love it. Go ahead.
Hi, Ryan.
Hello.
Hola.
Hola. Tell us what's happened to you.
Cuéntanos, ¿qué es lo que pasó contigo? ¿Cómo decidiste? ¿Qué significa Solavei?
Bueno, Solavei llegó justo cuando yo lo necesitaba.
Solavei arrived when I was looking for an opportunity.
Un amigo me invitó, me mandó un mensaje.
A friend invited me and sent me a message.
Por correo, no había línea telefónica.
By email, I didn't have phone.
Y a mí me gustó porque yo pagaba mucho por teléfono en AT&T.
I like it because I was paying a lot of money in AT&T.
No lo pensé y pues me enrolé rápido a esperar la línea telefónica.
She didn't thought twice, and she switched to Solavei to wait when we will have service.
I love it.
Ahora, Solavei para mí es una luz radiante que guía mi camino y el camino de mi futuro, el de mis amigos.
Yeah, now Solavei.
Okay. Solavei para mí es ahora una luz radiante
it's a brilliant light
que ilumina el camino mío
that is lighting my path
hacia mi futuro
to my future
y hacia el futuro de muchas personas.
and to the future of all around me.
Es una oportunidad que Dios nos ha dado y pues es la más grande y yo amo a Solavei.
It's a huge opportunity. That
Oh, I love it.
I love it.
I'm going to tell you, you right now speaking the very language of Solavei. The language I'm talking about is language of relationships. It's the language of finding financial freedom. It's a language of being able to change right where you are by at the same time doing what you've always done and being a part of something that is frankly going to, I believe, affect millions of people's lives throughout the world. Thank you both for that. Carlos, if you wouldn't mind, maybe just tell us a little bit what's happened. Obviously, we heard earlier, I told the story, but if you wouldn't mind, just give a quick snapshot. Maybe you have somebody there as well that is also seeing great benefit from Solavei. Unmute yourself.
Yes, I want to.
There you go. Good.
Yes. Hey, sorry about that.
That's all right.
I would love for my two biggest leaders in my organization to speak about that, because without them, there's no way I would be where I'm at today. And I'm so thankful, so blessed to have them in my network. So I would love for them to share their stories with you and the Solavei family.
Thank you, Carlos. Carlos, first of all, who is that that's on your lap?
This is my youngest son, Christopher.
Christopher, good to meet you. You're a good-looking young man.
Yeah, my oldest son is on a church retreat, but he already told me that he wants me to enroll him on Solavei phone so he can go around school selling it.
That's great. Go ahead and make the introductions.
Jen West.
Hello.
Hi, Jan.
Hi. Well, we're just really thrilled to have you in our home, and Solavei has just meant so much. I've been in this industry for about 15 years, and I've never seen something where truly it is powered by relationships. And as you can see here, we love having parties, and we're just looking forward to a really big one with you.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Jan.
Yeah, she's done a fabulous job. I'm telling you, she just breathes and bleeds Solavei every single day. So
Jan, how many people do you have in your network now?
55.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
I love it. Congratulations, Jan.
Thank you.
That is awesome.
And then to my left, I have my really good friend Jason. I met Jason. I'm actually his son's soccer coach. So that's how I met Jason. And again, just normal, casual conversations. I shared the Solavei opportunity with him, and the rest is history. So I'll let him talk a little bit about it.
Great, James, go ahead.
Well,
Jason.
first of all, I'd like to say, hello, Ryan. I'm thankful for the opportunity. Also, I'd like to just take a moment, I guess, to share my experience, with the world of Solavei, everybody that's watching and everybody that's thinking about joining. As Carlos said, he's been my son's soccer coach for a number of years, and he shared it with me. And I did kind of start out slow, but, I was happy to be saving on my phone bill. once I kind of got acclimated to the system and started sharing it with people, I saw that truly everybody had an opportunity to save. Everybody was paying a ton of money for their phone bill, and so I really began to get active. There was a time where I kind of started to slow down, but as you said earlier, Ryan, Solavei is filled with people who truly see the dream and truly see the big picture. And so I'd like to give a quick shout out to a guy named Ed who is down in Florida. I actually met him on the dashboard, and he and I connected, and we had a conversation, and he said, do me a favor, promise me that you will not quit, because it will start to happen for you. And sure enough, that was at the time where I kind of reached, I guess, a bump in the road, and I kept pushing through it. And 2 weeks later, I started to get paid. And so I got paid on the 12th, and then I got paid again on the 24th. And then I got paid again on the 12th. And, each time my pay was considerably higher than it was the previous time. And so that's when it started to get exciting and almost unreal. And now I'm at a point where it's almost like hitting the lottery. If you hit the lottery for $1 million, but you have absolutely no one to share with, it won't be any fun at all. But with Solavei, now I'm having an opportunity to share it with other people and to see it happen for them and them get just as excited as I'm getting. It makes all the difference in the world.
I love it.
I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. So, yeah, Carlos?
Hey, Ryan, do you mind taking Alex has a question. He's one of our guests here today. So you mind taking a question?
Not at all. Go ahead, Alex. Go ahead.
Come here, Alex.
Can you see me?
I can see you, Alex.
All right, good. My question, I'm the family of four, my wife and two daughters, they are about to be a teenager pretty soon. They are. One of them, the other one is in the middle of school, pretend to be a teenager, but however, this cell phone with all this access to website and all this texting and all this thing, it is limitation for the kids, or it is everyone can be using the same thing that we're using everywhere else?
Well, so the first thing is, let me just tell you the first thing. If you got your wife and two girls, you got your first trio, number one. So that's the first thing. So you create a trio. So, now, when it comes, here's what the beautiful part about Solavei is there are a tremendous number of apps and things. I've got 4 sons, and which we think of the same thing that I'm sure you think about every day, and wanting to make sure that our kids are protected, etc. There are a tremendous number of apps that are out there to actually limit the type of things that our children can see and people can go to. And I actually always encourage every parent, make sure you're taking a proactive stance when you're doing that. The beautiful part about Solavei is we're agnostic to phone. We're agnostic to where you are or to the applications that you're able to put on your phone. Because again, this is a mobile service. Now, what I encourage you to do, if it's an iPhone, you go to the iTunes store, the App Store, and you download a myriad of applications. You go to the Android store if you happen to have an Android device. So many great applications to do it. I got little guys. I got my kids go from 20 years old to 17 years old to 8 and 6 years old. All of them have access to mobile devices. I've taken the responsibility to make sure I've got the right applications on there that will protect them and what they do. So thank you so much, Alex, for that. Aaron, I see you're there in Nashville, Tennessee. Aaron, how are you?
Man, I'm doing great, Ryan. It's good to see your face. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Aaron, real quick, I know we're running out of time, but I really want to hear what's happened to you.
Oh, brother, things are going fantastic. Solavei has just been such a blessing in my life. A godsend, without a doubt. It's an absolute godsend. Lisa and I right now are in the process of purchasing a new house. Solavei is going to be paying the mortgage on that house.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fantastic. God is God's good. I'm excited.
Hey, Ryan, real quick, a lot of people wouldn't know that Aaron was in law enforcement. He's from Detroit. His brother's here actually just picked him up at the airport. He has over 400 in his network just in the last few months.
Wow.
But Aaron has believed in the vision so much because 5 years ago he was assaulted and was taken out with a couple of juveniles and almost lost his life. And so for 5 years, his income has been gone.
Nil.
And when I introduced him to Solavei, he caught the vision because he saw it was about hope, and truly it's unlike anything. And so he has knocked it out of the park and been so supportive, not just to try and build his own organization, but to help others. And Ryan, that was the beauty of you sharing the vision originally. It's about relationships. It's not about how much I can get from me, but how can I help others? And so I'm so glad that Aaron's here as part of my network, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing. And we share every day. I mean, anybody I see with a smartphone, I go, how much you paying for that? You know, it's like, it's so easy. I get an email address, and it's easy to do. And with the new socials, what you're doing, Ryan, I know this is so, I know it's got to be tiring for you, but this is making this so realistic. We got a reality show going on every night, and there's tens of thousands of people who are seeing the real you and hearing the stories of the Solavei family. And so we just congratulate you, and we want you to know we're thankful that you had a vision called Solavei, and we're part of it.
Absolutely, mad love for you, man.
Thank you so much. It's so amazing we hear these words, and I know we're going much longer than normal right now, but you're hearing really the heart of this company, and this is obviously a bit different than AT&T and Verizon, but yet it's actually so similar, because mobile service, the heart of a company and the heart of people. Over here, the heart of profit. And what I can tell you is the profit that we're focused on is millions of people's lives throughout this country and around the world. And so, how do you get started? For those, whether it's Alex or you, Nadia, that are there, or the thousands of you across the country that are seeing this for the very first time, you're probably going, "What in the world?" How do you get started today? Well, first of all, you enroll. We say you're going to get in. There's 3 things you'll hear about a lot inside of Solavei: get in, get social, and get free. The get in is you become a Solavei member. It's $49 a month, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. You've probably heard that a couple times tonight. Number 2 is you get social. We tonight are social. And here's what I encourage you to do. Is you enroll, you get involved, and then immediately go into our outreach manager, put in 10, 15, 20, 30 email addresses, attach one of the social commercials to it, and then send it out. Hit send and get it out. At the same time, get social. Whether it's at a Starbucks or at a restaurant, or it's at a home, it's in your office, get 2, 3, or 4, or 5, 6 people around you and let them watch us at 5:30 at night, and we'll do exactly what we're doing with them so they can see exactly what you're seeing tonight for the very first time. And then number 3 is get free. By doing those things and sharing it with others, 3 trios, and you got free mobile service. And you have an opportunity to see a network continue to grow and grow. And bottom line is, this is big, and it is spreading across this country like wildfire. And you'll come to love the color purple, and you'll come to love our little affectionate friend, which we call George, which is right now swarming the screen, because that's what's happening around the country today. I want to thank all of you for, oh, I love that, Carlos. I want to thank all of you tonight for being here on this Friday night. I hope all of you have an incredible weekend. Carlos, thank you so much for being a part of this live. Javier, you as well. Danny and Aaron, and then the thousands of you across the country tonight, wherever you are watching this tonight. I look forward to being back with you on Monday night. I encourage you, get everyone you can involved in the social. Here's what's beautiful. Just in the homes you're looking at, if every one of you had 1, 2, 3, and 4 friends around you on Monday night, and through the course of this weekend, are building momentum to what's going to happen on Monday night when we do this again, and through the weekend enrolling, and where they have that same opportunity, how much network growth you'll have and how many people you'll actually be positively impacting. Please send in your pictures to Solavei Socials at solavei.com. We look forward to seeing them. Have a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing all of you on Monday night. Have a great weekend.